Yeah, yes, I like some of her songs.
What's one of your favorite songs?
I guess 22. That's like a classic that I used to listen to when I was little, but
How
not
does
as much
she
as I used to.
how does she impact our generation?
I guess by connecting with the young kids, giving them hope, giving them beliefs, and just like helping them escape reality and see a world from a different perspective.
Do you like Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
What's your favorite song?
I like Blank Space.
Hey, how does she affect our generation?
She inspires, like, well, she talks about her life and, like, what she's been through in the past. And it really inspires people.
Do you like Taylor Swift?
I like the old Taylor Swift, 2010 Taylor Swift.
What's one of your favorite songs?
Well, I don't know it by name, but I just know like the melody. So like when the one music video where like they have little whiteboards and they're like talking to each other. What's that one?
I don't listen to her music.
22. I like that one.
How does she impact our generation?
Well, she
Ah!
she impacted our generation by making country sound more like pop.
Thank you. Do you like Taylor Swift?
Yes.
What's one of your favorite songs?
I think it would have to be the first song that I've ever heard from her, which is Back to December.
How does she affect our generation?
She is, well, at first she was a pretty good example at how someone that came from pretty much literally nothing, where she had to make everything herself, rose up to the top. And I find that inspirational and pretty amazing.
Think Taylor Swift.
Yes.
What's one of your favorite songs?
I like Look What You Made Me Do.
Okay. What was your first impression of her?
I thought she was really good and that she could be a big hit one day, and it turns out she's a big hit.
Do you like Taylor Swift?
She's alright.
What's one of your favorite songs?
Shake it off.
And how does she affect our generation?
She inspires young girls.
Like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I do.
What's one of your favorite songs?
I don't know a whole lot of Taylor Swift songs, but when she first came on the scene, that one about Romeo and Juliet, I always kind of thought that was kind of catchy and cute.
How does she impact our generation?
I think that she was, at least when she first came out, she was kind of this squeaky clean, young, nice, innocent, positive role model. I don't know if she still is considered that now, but I think that's how she was when she first came out. And a lot of people liked her because of that. I think some people kind of made fun of her because of that, but I think a lot of parents and young people kind of liked that too. So I'd say that she was kind of new on the scene in a positive way.
Thank you. Do you like Taylor Swift?
I like Taylor Swift, yes.
What's one of your favorite songs?
One of the favorite songs that I have that she sang back in 2013 when she was on Saturday Night Live is the her monologue song.
How does she impact our generation?
I think a lot of young people in high school and middle school look up to her, and they see that she's pretty and she's usually positive and she is successful, and I think that has an impact on them and what they want to be and how they want to act in the future.
Do you like Taylor Swift?
I do.
What's one of your favorite songs?
Shake It Off.
How do you think that she impacts our generation?
Well, she's very good because she's very vocal about, I know right now she's upset because I think someone owns her video library of her music, and she's upset and she's very vocal about, so I think it's very good that she comes out and is for music authors and writers.
Do you know who Taylor Swift is?
Yeah.
What is your favorite song by her?
Wildest Dreams.
How does she relate to our generation?
We grew up with her and we saw her evolve.
Do you guys like Taylor Swift?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What's one of your favorite songs? What'd you say? What's one of your favorite songs?
Old Dreams.
There we go. Okay.
I'm still walking.
What's one of your favorite songs by Taylor Swift?
My favorite song by Taylor Swift is Blank Space.
How do her lyrics relate to you?
They relate to me because some of her lyrics, you know, like you'll just be like sad or something and you just listen to her music and like they make you feel better, or like, you know, some of her lyrics just speak out to me.
How does she relate to our generation?
Taylor Swift relates to our generation just like any pop culture person does. She influences music industry. She helps influence, you know, like younger people, and she just reaches out to her fans more. And yeah.
What's one of your favorite songs by Taylor Swift?
Lover, Back to December.
How does she affect our generation?
I think it's inspirational. She was like able to switch genres, and she came from like nothing or whatever. Like,
Yeah, and she's also like a big icon to teenagers because she sings to like more teens and preteens.
What was your first impression of her?
I thought she was great because my 6-year-old heart thought I was in love, so she was like speaking to me, you know.
She also sings songs about like real life and heartbreaks, which is like most of her songs. So.
What's one of your favorite songs by Taylor Swift?
I'd say Shake It Off.
I'm gonna go with 22.
Okay. How does she affect our generation?
I mean, a lot of people kind of have like a close, I don't know, I guess, relation with her music because everyone knows her, and it usually influences people's like moods really well. So.
I think. Wait, what was the question again?
How does she affect our generation?
Over her like career, she's like bounced around from different genres. So I feel like she's like impacted many different people who have different tastes in music.
Okay, last question. What was your first impression of her?
She was a young country music singer and had those like love songs. That's the first music I've heard of her.
Same to that. She was really flamboyant and just kind of out there, so she was really cool.
How does Taylor Swift impact our generation?
Well, she probably emotionally inspires them to be artists themselves, and she probably gives some people hope, and beyond that, I couldn't tell you.
How do you feel about her music?
I'm indifferent to it, but there are some songs I can listen to and like, but she's nothing I would seek out, per se, personally.
Do you know who Taylor Swift is?
I do. I think everybody does. Did you get any no's? Okay, yeah, I think everyone knows.
How do you think that she has changed the lives of many?
Well, she's super popular and well liked often, not by everyone, but her music is relatable. She writes about real human experiences that often a lot of young people go through. So having someone that understands their feelings and puts it to music, I think, is a source of making them feel heard and understood, and that matters.
What was your first impression of her?
Neither here nor there. She started out in country music, which I'm not particularly fond of. I don't dislike, it's just not my preference. And I recognized, oh wow, this young girl has some talent, and she's a pretty good writer, and she actually uses a lot of literary references, allusions. I noticed that, but it wasn't until probably the past decade that she really became someone I listened to myself.
Do you guys know who Taylor Swift is?
Yeah. Yes.
How do you think that she has changed the lives of many?
I feel as though she created something where people could be inspired to do many other things than just music.
It kind of gives you, music is just in general an outlet, so like her writing it would be like another way for kids to feel their emotions, I guess.
How do you feel about her music?
It's okay.
It started out like okay, and then it got pretty good, and then it dropped off lately.
Do you know who Taylor Swift is?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about her music?
I think the music's good.
Okay. And what was your first impression of her?
That she was pretty.
Do you know who Taylor Swift is?
Yeah.
Why is Taylor Swift an impact on you?
Because I listen to her music.
How do you feel about her music?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Do you know who Taylor Swift is?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about her music?
She sounds really nice, and her music does affect a lot of people.
What was your first impression of her?
she's very sweet and she does touch a lot of hearts.
Do you know Taylor Swift?
Definitely.
Okay. How do you feel about her music?
It's alright. It's not something I would listen to every day, but it sounds good.
What was your first impression of Taylor Swift?
The way she looks.
Do you know Taylor Swift?
Yes, I know Taylor Swift. I have a teenage daughter who listens to her.
Okay. How do you think she has changed the lives of many?
I think Taylor Swift relates very well to teenagers. She writes songs that relate to things like boyfriends and relationships and how you feel about those things. So I think that's why a lot of people feel compelled to listen to her and why she has changed their lives.
How do you feel about her music?
You know, if it comes on in the car, I'm one of the first ones to kind of bop my head to it and have some fun.
Do you know who Taylor Swift is?
Yes, I have heard of her.
Okay. What was your first impression of her?
I thought she was a really good musician. I liked her songs, they're catchy. She seems very bouncy. She seems very concerned about her music and her life, and she likes her fans. I think she's a very good role model for young people today.
Okay. And what do you think the most important song she has written is?
She's written a lot of important songs. I like Shake It Off because I just think that's a good way to deal with things. If things aren't going right, sometimes you just have to shake it off.